Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on HTML input attributes. And right now we'll be discussing about the disabled attribute in HTML input element. The disabled attribute in HTML input elements specifies that an input field should be disabled. A disabled input field is unusable and unclickable. The value of a disabled input field will not be sent when submitting the form. I'm going to show you how this works quickly. Let's get back to our form. As you can see right here, we are having all this in our previous tutorial. You can check our HTML form playlist or our HTML input tag playlist for that. And right now we are talking about the HTML input attributes. You can check our input attributes playlist to be able to follow along with this one I'm discussing about right now. So right now I want to use disable. In our previous tutorial we discussed about read only, where we can specify an input with only read only. As you can see, this one now we can only copy it, but we cannot delete it. We cannot even change it. But right now we are going to use the input type of disabled. So let me quickly create another input by default. Let me give it a type of text. Let's give it attribute disabled. So, and let's give it a value so you can be able to understand. Let's give it anwar. Let's give this value. Let's give it disabled. So you can be able to know that this value will not send, but this value which we gave this one read only. Read only can be sent to the server, but this one that we are having right here cannot be sent to the server. It will never send to the server when we submit it, despite the fact that we are having our name attribute here to be able to send it. But this one, because we are having this disabled attribute, it will never send to the server. So I'm going to show you evidence. So let's get back to our document first and reload. Right now we are having anwar right here, which we gave it disabled. As you can see, the disabled element is looking different to this input type of. Let's give this one read only. Let's break it very well so it can look nice. Let's give it a break so everything can look nice. Let's give this a break again, or break. I'm purposely doing it like this so our document can look nice. You can use it. Right now we're having these two things. Let's click reset. Now when we click reset, this our default value comes up again, right? I've discussed about it in preview in our previous tutorial. So now when we highlight this, we cannot copy it. We cannot delete it, but we can copy it, right? But this one at the disabled, we can copy it also, but we cannot. The funniest part of this one is that we cannot be able to send it to the server. That's why the fact that we are having a value in it. We notice the value inside our disabled element is gray out, but this one inside our read-only element is not gray. Is having black color, and it's clean. So let me give this one a label also so you can be able to understand what I'm talking about. Label of disabled. Let me give it disabled. Disabled. I'll give it read only. This one is having read only. This one is having disabled input. So disabled input, read only input. So I'm trying to do this for you guys so you guys can understand this code. And I purposely don't delete all our form we have been writing so far, so we can be able to have something to work with. That's why. So let's get back to our document and reload this. Can you see now? Here, now we can be able to specify them easily. As you can see, this read only input, when we click submit, our submit is going to take it. Our script file is going to take it, but this disable input when we click submit, it will not go anywhere. So let me give it a submit button so you can be able to understand what I'm talking about. Let's give a submit button right here. This is, I don't know, let's give it a good type of submit so you can see. Let's submit. Let's click reload. Yes. Now let's click submit so you can be able to see the difference between this disabled and the read only. Let us identify it inside here. Here we are having our read only input, disabled, just to identify it easily, input, so you can be able to understand what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing these things for you guys so you can be able to understand easily. So let's submit it. Let's look for it. As you can see right here, our input, our read-only input, where the value we are able to receive it, which is input value. As you can see, this input value right here is from our read-only input, and it is coming to our PHP script file for processing, right? But when we look everywhere, we are unable to see other one. We are not able to see our disabled input. That is the benefit of using this disabled. This disabled will never enter the server, but this one of read only can enter the server. As you can see the difference now, you can be able to send this input value of read only, but we are not. As you can see, the input value is going to our server, but this one, this anwar right here, we disabled this one, right? That's why it's unable to enter our server. So but let's say for instance now we change this also to read only, so you can be able to understand the benefit of using the disable and read only. So you can check our previous tutorial to know much better about the read only also. I will discuss about it. Let's submit the both will come now. Can you see disabled input we are taking anwar, right? The read only input we are taking input value. So I hope with this little tutorial you should be able to understand this very clearly now. The disable will not be able to enter the server. The read only will be able to enter the server. The disable will be gray out. The read only will not gray out. Let's specify disable at this place, right? Disabled. No, I don't want to give this one disabled. Let's disable this one again. Let's give this one attribute disabled. Nobody will be able to change it, and it will gray out. Can you see? It is gray out, and no one will be able to submit it or whatever. Can you see? Read only is the one we can able to take, but we are not able to take our disable input. So that is the benefit of using the disable in your disable input, disable attribute in your HTML input element. Anwar Akorede ayofe is my name. I wish to see you guys next time in our next tutorial. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And you can check our HTML input attribute playlist to find all these reasonable tutorials, because we are talking about the HTML input attribute at the main for now. So have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.